So I mean, if for people who want to come to Japan, like they've never been, do you have any tips or experiences you'd like to share for people that are like maybe either coming to Japan or brand new to Japan?
Okay. Yes. I don't know. The
Yes.
food. The food.
The food.
Yes.
Okay, that's not what I was expecting. Why the food?
Okay. Okay.
Prepare for the food.
I don't know, but when I was I really like Japanese food. It's amazing. But the first week that I was here, it was like hating Japanese food because it was so different that I was expecting. Like, for instance, I was in a restaurant and I was ordering for a sour dish. No,
A
sour,
what?
sour, like.
Oh, like a sour.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it
Sour
was,
dish. A sour
yeah,
dish.
and it was sweet, and I was like, what? And
Sweet and sour.
no, sweet, just sweet.
Oh.
And
Okay.
I was like, okay, that every day,
Mm.
different time of the day, always this kind of thing. So it's better if you know, like what you are ordering. It's don't go and say like, oh, let's try it.
Yeah.
No, because it's weird and like omelette. Oh my god.
Omelets.
Okay, how do you? You've been living here for a long time, but when you eat an omelette, what's the taste that you expect?
With an omelet?
Yeah.
Well, usually I'm hoping it's good, but
No.
like
I
for
mean,
example, like American style, like American
Yeah.
style omelet. You know, I mean, everybody has a different taste, but usually I feel it. You fill it with all types. It could be like some sausage, some bell pepper, some mushrooms, some salsa, something like that, right? It has omelets usually the egg around it, and it's got a nice filling that's really good, and
Salty?
you really enjoy it.
Salty.
It could be, sure.
Okay, here's sweet. Breakfast.
Yeah, omelets here don't really have a lot of filling, right?
Mm?
They don't have a lot. The omelets here are very small,
Yeah.
and there's not like
No, it's
there's,
just.
there's not much
It's
to them. Breakfast, to be
sweet.
honest, doesn't really exist in Japan. It just doesn't.
And it's rice and miso soup and sweet
Yeah, I
omelette.
mean-
It's like no.
Japanese breakfast, like usually you never see like breakfast joints here, and this was a big thing when my family came to Japan and I was taking them around. I'd meet them up at like 11 o'clock or something like that. But in the morning, my parents would get up and try to find a breakfast place, and they were amazed. There's no breakfast places. There's a lot of pastry places, but not breakfast places, and that's a key factor, I think, especially if you're a big breakfast fan like me. I like a big breakfast. Gets me up in the day. Gets me energetic,
Breakfast.
which annoys
Breakfast.
Christina, but yeah, I like a big breakfast, and yeah, it's unfortunately the only places that you can get like a small coffee shop doesn't do it justice. It's very small.
Yeah. I think in Spain it's the same because we have like breakfast in Spain is like toast and coffee and fruit or cereals or a lot of things, and here it's like rice and tea
And fish.
and fish. Yeah.
It's
Oh my
exactly
God.
what you think of
Oh my God.
in Japan.
Yes. Well, that's it. Food. Like
Okay.
you don't. Well, good luck. I mean, like.
What about for like say living wise? Like you were telling me beforehand, we talked about maybe like what kind of questions to prepare for. You were telling me a little bit about people. That was the question. Yeah, the biggest culture shock was you
Yeah.
said the people.
People, because when you they are sometimes too polite, like they are too polite that maybe they are wrong when they speak in your when they're speaking in English. They're like a lot of times saying thank you or sorry or thank you sorry. It's like the most common words that they're going to tell you when you're speaking. It's like okay,
It's like one
when it's
one
enough.
line. Yeah, one word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like one sentence, 10 words, six times is like thank you and sorry, and the rest is like the information that they want to transmit you. So I don't know. That's people, and the way they act with the foreign people is like okay. I'm not amazing with Japanese, but if I'm trying to ask you for something in Japanese, please answer me in Japanese because I'm asking you in your language. So please answer
That's And she's very right. That's gonna happen a lot, especially if you're traveling through. Or I'm sorry, like if you're traveling through, usually they coming from their perspective, they don't know that you live here. They don't know that you're trying to speak Japanese. They're just actually trying to be accommodating. They're trying to be, you know,
Making
do
making
good
things
service.
yeah.
Making it easier for you. So, for example, like you can order something in Japanese, like in perfect Japanese, to like the waiter. Say you go to a restaurant, you're at the, and this happened. We had some lunch right before this, just catching up before Christine leaves, and it was like we start ordering it in Japanese, and the guy's like, it's like, oh, wait a moment, and he comes back with an English menu.
Like,
We're like, all right.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not gonna, you're not gonna get upset over that. The guy was just, he's a young guy. He's probably a college student trying to, but of course, when he sees foreigner, there's gonna be certain, triggers in their mind, certain filters that's gonna be like, oh, I need to get the English menu, or I should respond. This also happens a lot, with say like language exchange. We go to language exchange a lot, and you might talk to the person in Japanese, and they might speak back to you in English. And I mean, I know that's a language exchange. That's not maybe a good example, but like this happens a lot, like outside of that. When you go to like say you go to any place, you go to you remember some of the bars. We'd start speaking Japanese, and they'd speak back to you in English.
Yeah.
As a way
That's
of
funny.
and
That's funny.
Yeah,
It's funny.
That's why
funny.
it's like a fun way to do
you're
it.
doing like a real exchange.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
You are speaking. They want to practice English, or they speak back to you in.
Usually, it's like especially they want to practice themselves the English they've been learning. Okay, so the people are a big one. I know you mean when they respond, it's like hi, sumimasen, oh, so desu ne. It's like
Yeah.
I see, yes, I see. Wow.
Yes.
Really? No way.
And another thing, if you were like very, at first I was like, oh nice, I'm very good at Japanese, but they're like all the time saying to, if you can just say ohayo gozaimasu, like good morning, they're like, oh, josu desu ne, and it's like, really? It's okay, it's nice.
I
it's
mean,
nice.
they're trying to be respectful. They're trying to make you
Yeah.
feel like,
Yeah,
you can do it.
Yeah.
Good job. Like I'll start speaking, my Japanese, and it's the same reaction. Oh, you're so good. But then if you go beyond, it's basically if you're better than what they typically hear, or what they were expecting, they're gonna be saying you're really good, right? That's a good feeling. But obviously you're like, no, I haven't even scratched the surface. I know I can do better. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know, that's the people, that's the most difficult thing for adapting to be here, I think.
Okay.